Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft Java video. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to download and install shaders for the latest version of Minecraft Java Edition version 1.18. So as you guys can see on the top left of my screen there in the title bar, it does say Minecraft 1.18 Experimental Snapshot 6, and I'm going to show you guys how to actually download and install the latest version of Minecraft Java Edition 1.18 and how you can get the experimental snapshot 6 release, which is the latest snapshot that has come out recently. Obviously in the future new versions will come out and this tutorial will work for those as well, and I'll also show you guys how to download and install shaders for the latest 1.18 release of Minecraft Java Edition. Some of you might already be on the latest version 1.18 of Minecraft Java Edition, whereas most of us will be on the 1.17.1 latest release of Minecraft, and it is quite interesting to actually go ahead and download the latest version of Minecraft 1.18 and to try out that version, especially with shaders, and both of those things are now possible. So I'm going to show you guys how to basically download the 1.18 version of Minecraft and also how to download shaders for Minecraft Java 1.18. And as you guys can see at the moment, I am running the 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 version of the game, as I mentioned earlier. If I press the F3 console key, you can see on the top left there, it does say as well Minecraft 1.18 experimental snapshot 6, and you can also see that I am running the fabric loader, and it is the latest release, which is 0.11.6 for the 1.18 experimental snapshot 6. You can also see on the right hand side in this area over here, it does say sodium renderer. So not only are we able to actually download and install Iris shaders for Minecraft Java 1.18, we will also be able to download and install sodium for Minecraft Java 1.18. And it's really good because now we can actually play the 1.18 release with shaders and sodium, so we can get that extra performance boost that some of you might like to use as well. Hopefully with the 1.18 release of Minecraft, those of you who were getting slow FPS or low performance with version 1.17.1, hopefully you guys will get a better performance with the latest version of Minecraft, which is 1.18. Alright, so let me also show you guys the shaders that I am using for Minecraft Java 1.18. So if I go into my options, click on video settings, you can see that this bit here, it does look different to the normal Minecraft user interface, and this is because we have got sodium and we have got iris shaders as well. So this is actually part of the sodium latest release, which is 0.3.2. If any of you are using the previous version of sodium, which is 0.3.0, you will notice some new things in this, such as the max shadow distance has now been added, so we can actually go ahead and play around with this slider as well. And if we go into quality, most of these things should already be the same, so you can see that I have placed everything on the max available option to get the best looking experience that we can with the shaders as well. We go into advanced, you can see that two new options have been added, such as chunk memory allocator and the max pre-rendered frames, so you guys also can go ahead and change these settings to see what kind of performance impact they'll have on your systems. If I go into shader packs, you guys can see that I am running the Continuum shaders version 2.0.4. Obviously we can also use stuff like BSL. I've also got the old Continuum shaders, which is version 1.3, and then we've got other shaders as well. Some of these shaders may not work with Iris shaders and they work better with Optifine, but unfortunately we can't use Optifine yet for Minecraft Java Edition 1.18. We can only use Iris shaders. So the good thing about Fabric mods is that we can actually use them on the latest releases, whereas stuff like Optifine and Forge are quite far behind in their development. So if you were to go ahead and download Optifine, you can only use that on version 1.17.1, and also Forge at the moment is in beta as well. So Fabric and Iris shaders and sodium are quite ahead of their time, and once 1.18 does officially come out, then we will get all of the Fabric mods and shaders available to us as soon as possible. Alright, so let's go back into the game as you guys can see, I've also enabled a texture resource pack so you guys can see the dirt blocks there. It looks really cool. You can actually see some stones and dirt there as well. I think that's a really nice effect there as well. If we just go over here towards the tree, we can see the leaves also look different as well. We have obviously got the moving leaves as well and the moving grass. Obviously we are in a snow type area, but you can see that the vegetation is moving there as well, which is really cool. And obviously we do have some nice shadows. We also have some unique looking blocks as well. So we've got the ores here. This is the redstone ore and the diamond ore block there as well. And if you guys have a look at the crafting table, I think that looks really nice. I really like the textures on this crafting table. It's really smooth and really sharp, and I think this texture pack is really worth checking out. I have paired this with the Continuum shaders like I showed you before, and I think this combination works quite well as well. And I think this combination really does work quite well together. So if you guys are looking to use the Continuum shaders, I would also recommend that you guys download and install the free version of the NAPP texture resource pack. Obviously I will leave a link in the description for all of the downloads that I am going to show you guys today. So I'm going to show you guys now how to actually go ahead and download the latest release of Minecraft 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 for your Minecraft Java game, and then I'm going to show you how to download and install shaders for a Minecraft version 1.18. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do is to actually download and install Java, because we do require Java to start up the Fabric installer. Obviously we do have a Windows-based Fabric installer, but I am going to show you guys both methods of how to actually download Java and get the jar file Fabric installer open with Java. So let's go ahead and open up our internet browser and just search for Java JDK 16, because that is the latest release as of today, and click on the oracle.com link there, scroll down, and because I am on a Windows-based machine, I am on Windows 10, I'm going to download the Windows x64 installer. I'm going to click on this link, which is the version 16.0.2, and tick this box and then start the actual download of the file. It is 151 megabytes, so it might take a while, so let's wait for that to finish and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has finished downloading the Java JDK file. So the next file I'm now going to download is Fabric, because that is a mod loader, and luckily it does work with 1.18 of Minecraft, and it's going to allow us to actually install Sodium and Iris shaders into our Minecraft Java game version 1.18. So in your search bar, just type in fabricmc.net. So I've got the link there already. Obviously you guys can just use the link in the description, and this is the main website for Fabric. And then next thing we do is to click on the use link over here on the top menu, and we can go ahead and download the universal jar installer. So let's go ahead and do that now. We can also go ahead and download the Windows-based installer. So any of you guys who are not comfortable with using jar files, you can just download the Windows-based installer as well. You will notice it does say over here, most mods will also require you to install Fabric API into the mods folder. Unfortunately, there aren't that many mods for version 1.18, so just keep that in mind, and some mods may not work. So any of your favorite mods that you were using on version 1.17.1 probably won't work as of today in version 1.18, so we won't actually go ahead and download Fabric API. But obviously later in the future we will get more mods for version 1.18 and we can then use Fabric API. Okay, so now that we have downloaded the Fabric installer, we can close this down, and now we can actually download the Iris shaders file. So in your search bar for your internet browser, just type in Minecraft Iris shaders and search for that. You should get a link which is irisshaders.net. So go to that website. That is the main website for Iris shaders. Click on download now, and on here don't click the download universal jar link. Instead, go to this link which says get source from GitHub. So click on this link at the bottom right here, and it should take you to this website, as you guys can see on my screen right now. And on the right hand side, you can see it says releases. Click on this bit here which says +8 releases. So depending on what time you are viewing this, it might be more releases that you are seeing, but hopefully you should see a screen that looks like this, and it should say latest release on there. So if we just scroll down, and download the Iris and Sodium for Minecraft version 1.18. This is version 1.1.2 of Iris shaders, so just bear that in mind. This is a latest update and it does actually fix a few things, so you can actually go ahead and read up about what all of the things they have fixed on there. So let's go ahead and download the Iris and Sodium for Minecraft Java 1.18. Alright, so once the download finishes for Iris and Sodium for Minecraft 1.18, the next file I'm now going to download is the actual shaders. Earlier I did show you two shaders. I showed you BSL shaders and I showed you the Continuum shaders. So let's go ahead and download the Continuum shaders. Let's try that one out to begin with. I will leave a link in the description for some more shaders that are compatible with the Iris shaders mod. So let's go into our search bar and just type in Minecraft Continuum shaders and search for that, and the main website for the Continuum shaders is actually this one. So it says continuum.graphics. So click on that link and you can actually go ahead and download the shaders completely free. So if we just scroll down, you will see it says here Continuum downloads. Click on that link over there and you will notice that we do have the latest version, which is Continuum version 2.0.4. You can go ahead and download some of the texture resource packs, which they call Stratum 128X. But for now, I'm just going to download the Continuum shaders version 2.0.4. I'm going to click on download and that should start the download for the zip file. The next file I'm now going to download is the texture resource pack, which I showed you earlier, and that is the NAPP texture resource pack. So in your search bar, just type in NAPP texture pack, or you can type in NAPP Minecraft textures, and it should bring up the napplab.com website. So click on that. That is the main website for the NAPP texture pack, and you can see it does look really cool. I do like their website, and if we just scroll down and you can see it says here free version, and then click on downloads and then just wait for that to load up, and the file we need to download is this one over here which says NAPP 3.0. So this is going to download the free version of the NAPP 3.0 texture resource pack. So let's click on download. You may see this add focus type link website, so just click on skip and it should then take you to a Mediafire link as well, and then we can just click on download to start the actual download for this file. So let's go ahead and wait for that download to finish and I'll be right back. Alright, so it has finished downloading the NAPP free version 3.0 of the zip file. It is quite a large file, so it might take a while for you guys to download depending on your speed, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so the next file we're actually going to download is the latest Minecraft version 1.18 snapshot file, because we do need to install that to get everything up and running and to be able to play the actual version 1.18 of Minecraft with the shaders. So I've actually opened up the link that we need to go to, and obviously I will leave this link in the description so you guys can just go to that link. And as you guys can see, this is actually the main Minecraft.net website where we can actually download the latest version 1.18 of Minecraft from here. So if we just scroll down, obviously you can read up about the snapshot changes as well. You can see it says over here changes in experimental snapshot 6 compared to snapshot 5, and they will tell you all of the changes. So I would advise you, if this is the first time that you are downloading the version 1.18 of Minecraft, that you start from the bottom and just work your way up and just read up about all of the different changes. The place we need to go to actually download the file is over here. So it does say, how do I get the experimental snapshot? And there is a link here that says download the zip file. So I'm going to click on this zip file and that should start the download. So you guys can see on the top right here, it does say 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 .zip. So we do know that we have now downloaded the file. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to place all of these files on my desktop and I'm going to show you step by step how to actually start the installation process, how to install Java, how to install version 1.18 of Minecraft, and then how to install shaders for Minecraft Java 1.18. Alright, so I've placed all of the files on my desktop now. We're going to start off with the installation of Java because we do need that to actually open up the Fabric installer. So the first thing I would recommend is to just install the Java JDK file and get that out of the way. So let's go ahead and double click on this file and start the installation process for the Java JDK. Alright, so as you guys can see, it is saying this software has already been installed on your computer. Would you like to reinstall it? I'm going to select yes, because I'm going to go through the installation process again. I'm going to click on next for all of these options here and just start the default installation. So it shouldn't take too long. It is a quick installation. So as you guys can see, it says Java has been successfully installed. I'm going to click on close now, and I can now move this file out of the way. And the next file I'm actually going to set up now is the version 1.18 experimental snapshot 6. So if you guys are downloading future releases of the experimental snapshots, then this will be the same method. If you just follow these steps, you should be able to set up the version 1.18 experimental snapshots inside your Minecraft game. So the next thing we're now going to do is to actually open up the Minecraft launcher, and let's wait for the launcher to actually start up. Once you do get in the launcher, click on where it says installations over here and just hover over any of these lines. For some of you, it might just say latest release. If you have got other installations over here, they will be listed. So just hover over any of them and click on the folder icon over here, which should open up the default Minecraft directory. So close down the launcher, and now we need to go to the folder which says versions. So as you guys can see over here, it says versions. So go inside this folder, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up this 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 zip file, and I'm going to place the 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 folder inside the versions folder. So I'm just going to click on this folder here and just drag it inside this folder. As you guys can see, do make sure that you don't highlight any of these, because it might actually end up going inside one of the other folders. So just put it on an empty space with nothing highlighted, and you should see 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 folder inside the versions folder like this. And if you go inside the 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 folder, you should have a JSON file in there as well. So just close that down and close down the zip file as well. I would recommend using WinRAR or something like that, so you can actually go ahead and open up the zip file. Okay, so we can now reopen the Minecraft launcher again. Do make sure that you always close it if you are copying stuff across, because sometimes it might not show up on your launcher immediately. Okay, so let's go into the installation section again. I'm going to click on new installation now, because we are going to actually install the version 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 into our Minecraft game. I'm going to click on the drop down where it says version over here, and you should see somewhere over here it should say pending 1.18 experimental snapshot 6, or whatever snapshot you are installing. So as you guys can see on my one in the list, it does say pending 1.18 experimental snapshot 6. I'm going to click on this link over here. I'm going to call it 1.18, and I'm going to call it -6, so we do know that is the snapshot 6. I'm going to leave everything as it is for the game directory, and for the resolution I'm going to click on more options. Obviously we can go ahead and allocate ourselves more RAM. So as you guys can see at the moment, it has allocated 2 gigs of RAM. So I'm actually going to go ahead and change that to 4 gigs of RAM. So if you guys are running something like 16 gigs of RAM on your system, definitely do go ahead and change that so Minecraft is able to use and allocate more RAM. I'm now going to click on create, and it should create a 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 installation as it's shown over here. Alright, so we can now actually go ahead and close down the launcher again. I'm now going to move the 1.18 experimental snapshot 6 zip file out of the way, and now we can actually look to start installing Fabric. So you've got two options. You can either use the jar installer like I mentioned earlier, or you can actually use the Fabric Windows installer. So let's actually use the jar installer because we have actually installed Java. So all you need to do is just right click on the jar file, select open with, and then select Java platform SE binary, and then just wait for the installer to open. And as you guys can see, it says Minecraft version, and it's currently showing me the current version of Minecraft, which is 1.17.1. What we need to do is tick this box where it says show snapshots, and now it will show us all of the latest snapshots. You can see it does say version 1.18 experimental snapshot 6, and that is the latest release that we are installing. And keep everything else as it is. We do know that the latest loader version is 0.11.6, so keep that as it is and just click on install. And as you guys can see, it now says Fabric Loader 0.11.6 for version 1.18 has been successfully installed. So I'm going to click on OK, going to close that down, and now we can actually move this jar file out of the way. Obviously, if you guys are running the Windows installer, you can just double click on the exe file and it will actually just open up the same looking installer. Just click on show snapshots and do the same thing if you are running the Windows based installer. Obviously, if you guys are comfortable with using the jar installer, you don't actually need to download and install using the Windows based installer. So that is another option that you guys do have. Okay, now we can actually go ahead and install Iris and Sodium for Minecraft 1.18. So go back into your Minecraft launcher and let's wait for that to load up now, and then click on installations, and you will notice that it now says Fabric Loader 1.18 Experimental Snapshot 6. So we do know that Fabric has been installed for Minecraft 1.18. And again, click on the folder icon over here and close down your launcher. And now in your default Minecraft directory, you should have a folder that says mods. If you don't have this folder, right click anywhere on an empty space, click on new, click on folder, and then just rename it to mods. So I'm now going to go into my mods folder and I'm going to actually drag the Iris and Sodium for Minecraft 1.18 jar file into the mods folder. So there we go. So as you guys can see, I've now placed the Iris and Sodium for Minecraft version 1.18, and this is the Iris version 1.1.2, and it's also the latest Sodium release as well, which is version 0.3.2. So let's actually go one level higher back into the default Minecraft directory, and now we can actually install the NAPP free version 3.0 zip file, and this is the texture resource pack that I mentioned earlier and I showed you earlier. And to install it, it's quite simple. Just go into a resource packs folder, and you guys should have a folder here that says resource packs. If for any reason you don't have this, right click on an empty space, click on new, click on folder, and then rename it to a resource packs. So let's go inside this folder. Obviously I do have other files placed in this resource packs folder, so just highlight the NAPP free zip file and then drag it into the resource packs folder like I've just done. Okay, so again, go back one level up into the Minecraft default directory, and now look for a folder that says shader packs. Obviously, if you don't have this, right click on an empty space, click on new, click on folder, and then rename it to shader packs. As you guys can see, I already have other shaders loaded inside here. I'm going to click on the Continuum version 2.0.4 zip file and then drag it into the shader packs folder like so. So you guys should have the shader pack file which you just downloaded inside the shader packs folder. Okay, so we can now close this down, and finally we can open up the Minecraft launcher, and now we can actually go ahead and launch the game. To launch the game, you have two options. You can either make sure that Fabric Loader 1.18 is actually selected in the drop down bit here and then click on play, or you can go into the installation section here and just hover over where it says Fabric Loader for Minecraft 1.18 and then click on play over here. So let's go ahead and do that and open up the game. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has now loaded the game, and on the top here we can see it says Minecraft version 1.18 experimental snapshot 6. If I just maximize that, on the bottom left it also says Minecraft version 1.18 experimental snapshot 6, and then it says slash, and it also says Fabric as well. So we do know that Fabric has been installed for Minecraft 1.18. If I go into my options menu here, I can go into the resource packs section here, and I can go ahead and enable the resource pack which I talked about earlier, which is the NAPP free edition. So just click on this arrow and it will ask you, are you sure you want to load this pack? Click on yes, and it should be in the selected section over here. Click on done, and it should reload the game with the resource pack selected. You guys might also notice that the backgrounds and the button textures might also change. The next thing I'm going to do now is click on video settings, and I'm going to go into the shader pack section over here, and I'm going to enable the Continuum shaders. So I'm going to click on Continuum and click on apply, and it should basically make it into a yellow color with a box around it. So I do know that that shader is now selected. I'm going to click on done, click on close, and then go back into the main menu. So we can see that it does say here Minecraft NAPP edition. So I do know that the texture pack is working as well. I'm going to click on single player. One thing you guys might notice is that your previous worlds that you did create in your previous versions of Minecraft might not work with this. You might see a message in red that it says created by an incompatible version. So just bear that in mind. And then I'm now going to click on create new world. Going to create a survival world, disallow cheats, and then let's go ahead and create this new world, and let's wait for that to load up. You might see this message as well that reads worlds using experimental settings are not supported. Just click on proceed and then just wait for the game to launch. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's now loaded me inside the game, and we can see quickly just by looking at the textures and the blocks here that the texture pack is working. We can see that from the water that the shaders are working as well, and obviously we are in version 1.18 as you can see in the top left there, and we know that sodium is also working because we can see sodium renderer listed on the right hand side there, version 0.3.2. I'm also going to go ahead and just change the shaders as well. So obviously this is what Continuum looks like. I'm now going to show you some other shaders as well. Let's go into video settings and let's go with the BSL shaders and click on done. So you guys can see that everything does look much different compared to Continuum. Let me just change my game mode to creative. Let's fly around, and as you guys can see, obviously BSL shaders does look different compared to Continuum. It is closer to that vanilla feel as well. Let's go and have a look at the other Continuum shader, which is a version 1.3, which is an older version of Continuum. And let's have a look how that one looks as well. So you guys can see that it looks slightly different. We do have some different looking textures as well, and some different looking water graphics as well. I would recommend that you do use the latest version of Continuum, which is version 2.0.4. Obviously, we do have other shaders which we can use, but for the purpose of this video, I've only shown you guys a few shaders, and you guys can go ahead and find other shaders as well. Just bear in mind that not all of them are going to be compatible with Iris shaders. Some of them might have been designed to work better with Optifine. So just go ahead and try them out and see which one works for you and which ones you like the best. If you guys did find this video useful, please do give us a like. If you guys have any questions or queries about how to download the latest version of Minecraft, version 1.18, and how to install Minecraft version 1.18 onto your system, then do leave them in the comment section below. If you guys also have a question about how to download and install shaders for Minecraft Java Edition version 1.18, then again leave them in the comment section below. If you guys do have any other issues, then do leave them in the comment section below as well, and I'll do my best to try and help you guys out. And also please do subscribe to this channel to help support to help it grow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.